Heaven. I woke up later and it was still dark. I got out of bed and I walked into Mom and Dad's room. "Mommy," I whispered. It was completely dark, so I couldn't see her open her eyes. "Mommy." "You okay, honey?" she said groggily. "Can I sleep with you?" Mom scooted towards Daddy's side of the bed, and I snuggled in next to her. She kissed my hair. "Is your hand okay?" I said. "Via told me Daisy bit you." "Oh, it was only a nip," she whispered in my ear. "Mommy," I started crying. "I'm sorry about what I said." "Shh. There's nothing to be sorry about," she said quietly. I could barely hear her. She was rubbing the side of her face against my face. "Is Via ashamed of me?" I said. "No, honey, no. You know she's not. She's just adjusting to a new school, and it's not easy." I know you know. "I'm sorry I called you a liar. Go to sleep, sweet boy. I love you so much." "I love you too, Mommy, so much." "Good night, honey," she said very softly. "Mommy, is Daisy with Grands now?" "Well, I think so." "Are they in heaven?" "Yes." "Do people look the same when they get to heaven?" "I don't know. I don't think so." "Then how do people recognize each other?" "I don't know, sweetie." She sounded tired. "They just feel it." "You don't need to know. You don't need your eyes to love, right? You just feel it inside. That's how it is. It's in heaven. It's just love. And no one forgets who they love." She kissed me again. "Now go to sleep, honey. It's late, and I'm so tired." But I couldn't go to sleep. Even after I knew she had fallen asleep, I could hear Daddy sleeping too. I imagined I could hear Via sleeping down the hall in her room. And I wondered if Daisy was sleeping in heaven right then. And if she was sleeping, was she dreaming about me? And I wondered how it would feel to be in heaven someday and not have my face matter anymore, just like it never ever mattered to Daisy. Understudy. Via brought home 3 tickets to the school play for the few days after Daisy died. We never mentioned the fight we had over dinner. On the night of the play, before she and Justin were leaving to get to the school early, she gave me a big hug and told me she loved me and she was proud to be my sister. This was my first time at Via's new school. It was much bigger than her old school, thousands of times bigger than my school. More hallways, more rooms of people. The only really bad thing about being a bionic Lobot hearing aids was the fact that I could hear a baseball cap and couldn't wear a baseball cap anymore. In situations like these, baseball caps come in really handy. Sometimes I wish I could still get away with wearing an old astronaut helmet I used to wear when I was little. Believe it or not, people would think see a kid in an astronaut helmet was a lot less weird than seeing my face. Anyways, I kept my head down as I walked right behind Mom through the long, bright hallways. We followed the crowd to the auditorium where the students handed out programs in the front entrance. We found our seats in the 5th row, close to the middle. As soon as we sat down, Mom started looking inside her pocketbook. "Can't believe I forgot my glasses," she said. Dad shook his head. Mom was always forgetting her glasses or her keys or something. She's kind of flaky that way. "You want to move closer?" said Dad. Mom squinted at the stage. "No, I can see okay." "Speak now or forever hold your peace," said Dad. "I'm fine," answered Mom. "Look, there's Justin," I said to Dad, pointing to Justin's picture in the program. "That's a nice picture of him," he answered, nodding. "How come there are no pictures of Via?" I said. "She's an understudy," said Mom. "But look, here's her name. "Why do they call her an understudy?" I asked. "Wow," said, "look at Miranda's picture," said Mom and Dad. "I don't think I would have recognized her." "Why do they call her the understudy?" I repeated. "It's what they call somebody who replaces the actor if she can't perform for some reason," answered Mom. "Did you hear Martin's getting remarried?" Dad said to Mom. "Are you kidding me?" Mom answered, like she was surprised. "Who's Martin?" I said. "That's Miranda's father, honey," Mom answered. And then to Dad, "Who told you?" "I ran into Miranda's mother in the subway. She's not happy about it. He has a new baby on the way and everything." "Wow," said Mom, shaking her head. "What are you guys talking about?" I said. "Nothing," answered Dad. "But why do they call it an understudy?" I said. "I don't know, Augie Doggy." Dad answered, maybe because the actors kind of study under the main actors or something like that. I really don't know. I was going to say something else, but the lights went down and the audience got very quiet quickly. Daddy, can you please not call me Augie Doggy anymore? I whispered in Dad's ear. Dad smiled and nodded and gave me a thumbs up. The play started, the curtain opened, the stage was completely empty, except for Justin, who was sitting in an old rickety chair, tuning his fiddle. He was wearing an old-fashioned type of suit and a straw hat. This play is called Our Town, he said to the audience. It was written by Thomas Wilder, produced and directed by Philip Davenport. The name of the town is Grover's Corners. It's in New Hampshire, just across the Massachusetts line, latitude 40 degrees, 40 minutes, longitude 70 degrees, 37 minutes. The first act of the day of our town. The day is May 7th, 1901. The time is just before dawn. I knew then that there I was going to like this play. It was not like a school plays I've seen like The Wizard of Oz or Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. No, this was a grown-up, seeming like I felt like smart sitting there watching it. A little later in the play, a character named Mrs. Webb calls out for her daughter, Emily. I knew from the program that was the part Miranda was playing, so I leaned forward to get a better look. That's Miranda? Mom whispered to me, squinting at the stage with Emily walked out. She looks so different. Mom, that's not Miranda, I whispered. It's Via. Oh, my God, said Mom, lurching forward in her seat. Shh, said Dad. It's Via, Mom whispered to him. I know, whispered Dad, smiling. Shh. The play was so amazing. I don't even want to give away the ending, but it's kind of the ending that makes people in the audience teary. Mom totally lost it when Via's, as Emily said, goodbye, 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 world, goodbye, Grover's Corners. Mama and Papa, goodbye to the clocks ticking and Mama's sunflowers and the food and the coffee and the new ironed dress and the hot baths and sleeping and waking up. Oh, Earth, you're too wonderful for anybody to realize you. Via was actually carrying, while she was saying this, like real tears. She was crying like real tears. I could see them rolling down her cheeks. It was totally awesome. After the curtain closed, everyone in the audience started clapping, and then actors came out one by one. Via and Justin were the last two ones. And when they stopped, the whole audience rose to their feet. Bravo! I heard Dad yelling through his hands. Why is everyone getting up? I said. It's a standing ovation, said Mom, getting up. So I got up, clapped and clapped and clapped until my hands hurt. For a second, I imagined how cool it would be to be Via and Justin right then, having these people standing there cheering for them. I think that should be a rule, that everyone in the world should get a standing ovation at least once in their lives. Finally, after that, I don't know how many minutes, the line of actors on stage stepped back and the curtain closed in front of them. The clapping stopped, the lights went up, and the audience started getting up to leave. Me and Mom and Dad made our way to the backstage. Crowds of people were congratulating performers, surrounding them, patting them on the back. We saw Via and Justin in the center of the crowd, smiling at everyone, laughing and talking. Via! Shouted Dad, waving, made his way through the crowd. When he got close, he hugged her and lifted her off the floor a little. You were amazing, sweetheart. Oh, my God, Via! Mom was screaming with excitement. Oh, my God, oh, my God. She was hugging me. She was hugging Via so hard I thought Via would suffocate, but Via was laughing. You were brilliant, said Dad. Brilliant, said Mom, kind of nod, shaking her head at the same time. And you, Justin, said Dad, shaking Justin's hand and giving him a hug at the same time. You were fantastic. Fantastic, Mom repeated. She was honestly so emotional she couldn't barely talk. What a shock to see you up there, Via, said Dad. Mom didn't even recognize you at first, I said. I didn't recognize you, said Mom. Her hand was over her mouth. Miranda got sick before the show started, said Via, all out of breath. There wasn't even time to make an announcement. I have to say, she looked kind of strange because she was wearing all this makeup and I've never seen her like this before. And you just stepped right out there last minute, said Dad. Wow. She was amazing, wasn't she, said Justin, his arm around Via. There wasn't a dry eye in the house, said Dad. Is Miranda okay? I said, but no one heard me. At the moment, the man who I think was their teacher came over to Justin and Via, clapping his hands. Bravo, bravo, Olivia and Justin. He kissed Via on both cheeks. I flubbed a couple of lines, said Via, shaking her head. But you got through it, said the man, smiling ear to ear. Mr. Davenport, these are my parents, said Via. You must be so proud of your girl, he said, shaking hands with her. We are. And this is my little brother August, said Via. He looked like he was about to say something, but suddenly froze when he looked at me. Mr. D, said Justin, pulling him away by the arm. Come meet my mom. Via was about to say something to me, but then someone else came over and started talking to her, and before I knew it, I was kind of alone in the crowd. I mean, I knew where Mom and Dad were, but there were so many people around us. People kept bumping into me, spinning me around a bit, giving me that 1-2 look that made me feel kind of bad. I don't know if it was because I was feeling hot or something, but I know I started to get dizzy. People around me, their faces were getting blurry in my head, and their voices were so loud it was almost hurting my ears. I tried to turn the volume down in my Lobot ears, but I got confused and turned them louder at first, which kind of shocked me. And then I looked up and I didn't see Mom or Via or anywhere. Via! I yelled out. I started pushing through the crowd to find Mom, Mommy! I couldn't see anything but people's stomachs and ties all around me. Mommy! And suddenly, someone picked me up from behind. Look who's here, said a familiar voice, hugging me tight. I thought it was Via, but I turned around. It was a complete surprise. Hey, Major Tom, she said. It was Miranda. Miranda, I answered. I gave her the tightest hug I could possibly give.